Hello, happy Friday everyone. So today's one-shot take is about the shopping trip I've done today basically. Um, well, I might as well just show you everything I've got. Make things nice, quick and easy. So that is everything I bought today at Tesco's. There's a bit of stuff that I probably shouldn't have bought there, but it's better than I normally do. Let's start off with the obvious. I haven't bought any chocolate, biscuits, sweets of any kind whatsoever. I'm thinking that maybe in future I'm going to set myself up a reward to have if I successfully complete my goal in a week. But we'll discuss that at a later date. It's not going to happen for this first week because I don't think this first week should count right now. This is all about getting a reasonable start going. Now, I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that probably I shouldn't have bought, but we'll just explain why I've got it. This is a big vice for me. Now, I've managed to put myself on Zero Cherry. Not a great fan of Zero in itself. I've not tried the new tasting Zero, but Zero Cherry I'm quite happy with. It's still bad for me. There's no two ways about it, but it's better than the full fat stuff. So these two bottles are the only Coke I'm allowed for the next 7 days. Okay, so let's go through everything I've got here. So I've got some cup of soups here. This was actually a suggestion given to me that I have something that I can snack on at least. And cup of soups generally aren't too bad for you. So I may take a packet of these into work so I can have it just in case I need it. It is hard, basically, is what I'm saying. There's also some skim milk there. That's the standard thing that I get, really. I have got some Weetabix in the cupboard, so now I've got a way of having that Weetabix. Now, bratwurst sausages. A bit of a weakness of mine. Asda stopped stocking them, Tesco still stock them, thankfully. But not that great for me, I don't think. So I normally get a few bags of this to last me a week, maybe 2 weeks. I'm getting just the one packet, but I'm also getting Wall's thick pork sausages. I'm hoping I can make them last a couple of weeks, these 2 packets I've got here. But we'll see how we're doing. I've also got some roast chicken. In fact, I just noticed these walls go out of date today, so they're going in the freezer. And I will unfreeze them as I finish the bratwurst sausages. Right, the roast chicken is just for having in butties whilst I'm not in work, for example, the weekend. I also have an excursion next Thursday, but we'll discuss that closer to the time just so you understand what's going on. I love my Warbies, and I am on white bread. I have tried brown bread. I don't like brown bread. I will try it again at some point during this period, but right now I'm sticking with what I'm on. I'm trying not to change too much in the first week while still getting rid of some of the worst stuff. I've got my first 4 baked potatoes. I'll probably have to make a midweek trip to get some more baked potatoes, but the first 4 is a good start. And I've gone to butter me up light. I have no idea how that's going to pan out, because I like buttery flavoured stuff. And I'll just show you what I've got at the minute. Right now I have Flora Buttery. And, well, when that runs out, we're going on to the light stuff. I've also bought some carrots. Over the minute I have peas, sweet corn and collie in there. I thought I'd add a 4th vegetable so that I can do something different wherever possible. Then we've got some meats. Now you see I've got quite a bit of meat, but all that's going in the freezer. Just to explain that, what I've got here, some nice little labels that actually have what each thing will be and how I should be cooking them. Dry pan is what's on the instructions on the label, just so you're clear, but I'll actually be putting it on my George Foreman. It does the same job, basically. Shallow fry, I didn't realise they were shallow fry when I got them. I'll have to look into whether I can do it on the Foreman or whether I do need to fry it. I do have some oil and I do have a frying pan. I'd rather not, because it's defeating the object with that. And just so you know, the difference between red and blue, well, what my printer thinks is red and blue at this point, I might need to replace some cartridges. Red must be defrosted, blue can be cooked from frozen. So, the breaded chicken strips, I've got those in case I've forgotten to get something out of the freezer. It's something I can just chuck out straight away, cook from frozen. I've also got some, two lots of baked bean with pork sausages and 2 lots of normal baked beans, and another 2 no added sugar Vimtos. So that's all the food I've got on this shopping trip. I showed you the contents of my freezer yesterday. I didn't show you my pantry. There isn't a light in this. Let's see if I can turn the lights on the phone. Apparently not, no. There I've got a torch here, that'll do. This is me being really well prepared, as you can tell. And it's not great. So I already have a couple of cup of soup packets in here, along with some sweet corn. There's some pasta there, but that's so old I'm going to chuck it out shortly, along with the caster sugar there. There's my wheat bisques, and I've also got some wheat bix behind it, along with some more Vimto, that's no added sugar stuff again, and some tea that's just behind this little tub here. What I'm going to do over the weekend is get a complete inventory of all the food I've got, including what value that has calorie wise, those sort of details, so that from next week I can actually start recording exactly what calories I'm bringing in and what I'm giving out, and hopefully it'll get me closer to my goal of losing weight. So tomorrow's Saturday, which is fantastic because I'm not in work. I don't know about you guys. I'm going getting my hair cut, so when you see me tomorrow I'm going to look a bit different. I also have to go to help my father out at his father's house. We unfortunately had the sad task of clearing that out due to his death. I'll just say straight off, it wasn't an unexpected death, but it's still sad nonetheless, and it's left us a lot of work to do as well. So that's going to be the bulk of my exercise, really helping him with the clearing out. I don't think I'll have time for much more than that, but if I can get a walk in, I will do. Just a couple of things to cover that I missed out yesterday, apparently, which I put in the comments yesterday. I did 7,000 and odd steps. Today I've only done 5,206, which includes walking around Tesco's. I'm not going to go for a walk for any more at this point. It's, as I say, I'm concentrating on steps next week. The reason I stopped swimming early yesterday was because my hand was hurting, some sort of pain when I was pushing the water along. It's not bad at the minute. I'm going to see how it is with next week's swim, and if it's a problem I will take myself to the doctors. I know not many people have been watching this in the early days. People might come back and see it, I don't know, and tell me that I should have gone earlier. I just want to be sure before I pass to a doctor for any reason. That's the way I roll with these sort of things. I don't generally go now with my doctor for much. The other thing with these labels that I was mentioning, sorry, they do go in these plastic bags here for the meats. That way they are all separated. I only get 1 meat out a day. So that's everything from me today. Thumbs up if you think I've done a good job. Comments if you think there's things I should drop. Again, I am taking it slowly, so I may only drop one thing next week or whatever I decide at that point. Or I may even have a completely different shop if I go somewhere else. But we'll work it out as we go along. And thanks very much for watching again, and have a good weekend.